Oh, we need more.
Radiant's middle tower could use some help. Radiant structures have been snow fortified.
This'll sap some other starch.
Double kill. No.
Back when I thought that, you know, Manavis didn't have an active, like, I didn't talk about it during the patch review, I was like, how the fuck does a hero like Trent just, like, live? Like, how do you...
Honestly, how were you not, like, in the quitting Dota camp if there was no active on mana boost?
Dire's middle
Because,
tower
like,
is under attack. It looks
I don't know,
like
that kind of
Dire's
seemed like a fun puzzle for me to work out.
Yes, but I don't know, man. Even if you work out the puzzle, I feel like so many heroes are just worse off. You think that this patch will let supports buy items that aren't just Force Staff and Glimmer Cape?
No. I don't think that really very many of the items that were added, like, really provide us any value, and, like, the item changes, like... They didn't touch for staff or Glimmer Cape or... Yeah, they touched Pavis, right?
Yeah,
But
Touch Pavis. I don't remember what they did to Pavis, but they touched it.
Pavis is like sort of your new
Thank you very much.
medallion. Oh, thanks for the resub, random guy. I appreciate
Is it
it.
on enemies?
No.
I gotta go look and see what Pavis does now. 300 physical damage, 8 seconds. That shit costs a mana. I don't know.
So, where did
I
you
still
get
don't
all these
really see how I
cosmetics?
buy a Pavis.
Radiant's
Over
bottom
like
tower
anything
has
else.
problems.
I don't remember, but many people get free armor.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower. Are those cracks in Dire's top tower? Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is no more.
You call him prophet. Oh, I call him. Oh, we haven't yet.
But also, don't worry, we fixed Witch Doctor.
Tower is under attack.
We actually, I mean, no, we didn't. He just got rid of his damage on heal, didn't we?
Yeah. We fixed him.
I'd call it fix, personally.
Double kill.
I'd call that a fixing his, nerfing his already like worst ability.
No, random guy.
That
They
was
took
bad.
the damage component out of Voodoo Restoration.
Dire's bottom tower is
I'll
being
take
chipped
it.
away.
Anything.
Let's see you try.
I don't know, man. Like we couldn't have
Dire's bottom tower
maybe made his ult not pure damage.
Radiant's
Like that would
top
really
tower has
make the hero so much more reasonable.
Radiant's top tower deserves just as much help as bottom.
That's just too hard, I guess. Do you think he's still like the best support in the game?
Yeah.
I think Disruptor is getting up there. I'm worried about it.
Killing spree.
Yeah, I definitely think that his changes were pretty rinsing. Living armor got nerfed.
What did the pros see in Trent? They like picked him so much and so often.
They
so
see his shard, and for them, it's like this huge catching potential, right? But like the thing is that they haven't really been like using living armor like that. Like Leech Seed to them, they say that like Leech Seed is just like broken, and they got 0 changes. I don't think Trent is actually all that strong in lane. I think that people
Maybe that's
greatly
just 'cause you do the
overestimate
tree-cutting
it.
thing, so you like
Yeah.
stop it from existing. But like, I don't feel like it's that hard to do.
I would say I maybe lose lane to Trent 10% of the time.
Radiant's
I
middle
don't even
tower
know if
is
it's
under
that high,
attack.
to be honest.
Where did Radiant's middle tower go? Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
But I'm very cut down his trees pill, so. But it shouldn't really count against me. Like I think that that's what just if you just do that, like his lane is ruined.
Lane Blade is so cheap right now too.
Didn't Clegg used to go like 225 gold?
He used to be. He was like 150. It might have been more expensive. It also like reduced like how much damage it gives. It went from 130 and 7.31.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, it used to be 225. Like,
Yeah.
Around like when Iron Talon was in the game, that's when it was 225 gold. So you know, 2050. I think that's the most expensive it's been in Dota 2 is 225.
Yeah.
There was a patch in Warcraft 3 Dota, I think, where Quelling Blade could not be sold.
Based.
It's kind of funny. It was also apparently it also used to stack. with itself.
Based.
Well, fixed ability working on buildings. What? What do you mean ability? You mean the damage? Oh man.
I'm also kind of amazed that Radiance didn't get any changes.
I mean, we've made... what is it? Sacred Relic. We made Sacred Relic so cheap, and somehow we didn't walk back on that. That item should not be
Dire's
as
middle
cheap.
tower
as
just went down.
I think Revenant's Brooch is one of the best items in the game.
I am very worried about the
Someone better help Dire's
Revenant
middle
Brooch
tower.
menace.
Looks like Dire fortified their structures.
Like,
Yeah, also no Midas changes is pretty insane.
Dire's middle tower is under
That's
attack.
honestly.
I think he's really hoping that like some of the other like pacing changes like help deal with that, but like I don't think he understands it. I think when I look at like a lot of the changes and I look at Midas, I'm like, this item's better.
I don't know, like he nerfs Midas, or he nerfs Dazzle because Dazzle's buying a Midas, but he doesn't do a damn thing to Midas.
I don't have Periscope. I have it.
It's a little messed up, Ice Frog.
Ancient the Guardian. As I think that gets, or you can move that my way.
I wish that I do feel like they actually took a bit of my advice on like the Frostivus thing. I just wish they would have followed the rest of it.
I dig that.
Where I'm like, just give people points, win, lose, I don't care. And then, like, go a step further and give us people more points for playing with friends.
What should I think?
Yeah, I don't really have a lot of problems with like the quality of life and Frostivus parts.
Killing spree.
But they
I
did,
kind of wish we got an event. Maybe we still have one coming, but
yeah, I feel like they kind of said that it would come here. But maybe, they did say it would come, like, next year, but, like, it feels really weird to have Frostivus, but without the Frostivus event.
yeah. Or maybe they just wanted us to deal with the patch first. Yes.
Honestly, that applies to a fuck ton of heroes, random guy. I think that there are still just an insane number of heroes that are just, like, unfun to play against that basically got a free pass. And I don't think, like, a lot of changes that we've made make more heroes fun to play against. I think Animage is, like, super unfun to play with and against right now.
Yeah, I played against him yesterday, and man, he bought a Lincoln's. It was like, well, I guess I can't do anything to him. Anime just straight up should not be allowed to buy Lincoln. It's just like not fun.
Yeah, I went on like a fairly long rant yesterday about like Dota's current design. I don't think that heroes are designed to be fun, or designed to be fun to play with or against. They're only designed to be fun to play.
I don't know, like anime isn't even fun to play with.
Yeah, that's what I said. It isn't fun to play with. It's only fun to play. The only person who has fun with like interacting with heroes with the current design is the person controlling it.
I don't know, and like, you know, the reflecting spells is like fun, but it's pretty not fun when you're also like dealing with like the blink part. Like if he just had spell shield and not also blink, like it would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But now he can like disjoint spells. He can reflect spells. It's also like a, you know, he's got the passive part too.
I think it's possible for him to keep counterspell like the way that it, but it would just need to make some changes. When it's on cooldown, he doesn't get the passive.
I feel like
I think
any amount of like counterplay, but like I would just straight up like it to get rid of it.
I would prefer
Like,
a
at least have,
rebirth.
like a cooldown that
Yeah, yeah, and then the next step after it, you know, when it's on cooldown, he loses the passive. The next step is
Bottom tower is
it has a real cooldown. Like it can't.
having a real cooldown would go a long way.
I think it like at minimum like a 4 or 5 second cooldown. Like when you like think if I were to say, oh yeah, Carapace is a 3 second cooldown.
What?
You'd be like, that's insane. What the fuck? And I'm like, okay. Now Carapace like reflects the spell. Right? It's like, okay. Even if I lowered Carapace, Carapace is like a bad comparison because like it's not really the same, right? But like if I lowered Carapace's cooldown to like 6 seconds, that would also just be like stupid. You'd be like, you should have any control taken away from you. So I don't understand like why Animagus is so different. Like again, it's only fun for Animage.
Well, Animage is different because we're thinking about the Animage versus other carries situation. So they're like, oh well, he can't really 1v1, so we'll give him this. And it's like, well great, that means the 4 other people on the team can't do shit to Animage. Because like, you didn't really think about like this as a team game. You thought about this as a carry versus carry matchup. Because that's
like,
probably what the fucking pros do.
Like another example of like my my problem with like current Dota design. PA. Let's rewind time.
Do anything. We did a couple.
No, we did an insane change to her. We did 2 insanely good
We
changes.
made her the lifesteal and we made her shard physical damage.
Yeah.
That's a lot, like, helpful, but...
But it's not the literal one change that we need.
What is the one change we need?
Blur needs to
Oh yeah, Blur, I forgot about Blur.
We need to fix that.
I mean, like, even without Blur, she's still this fucking hero that can throw a dagger at you and a support will just drop dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I just, like, hate... I need dagger to not be this well scaling. Like, it shouldn't get attack modifiers. It shouldn't do a damage.
But basically, like, part of my PA is like another easy example I can point to where I'm like, this is the problem with modern Dota design. PA is only fun for the PA player.
Yeah.
When you are playing against PA, you're basically like, I'm on a clock because PA is just going to become a monster. And like, there's not really much I can do about it. The map is so big. There's no shutting down farm. There's no way to have enough vision, especially against this hero that can dodge wards. So I have to be constantly vigilant on like the map if I want to find her. If we had like 10 observer wards, right? We were their entire side of the map. Probably you could just blur past them and go to your side of the map, right? Like where's the fun in that? When PA gets Ags, where is the fun in just being like, okay, well, we have to basically play like battleships right now where's the PA? We have to walk next to her, right? And we actually walked it within 600 range of her instead of 500, so Chancer's dead.
I mean, like, it's also like, you know, like walking near her, like I'm just open to instantly dying.
And then like even beyond that, so like let's talk about, okay, well, you know, like the people playing against PA aren't really having a good time because like it's not very fun just to basically get one shot by a hero that knows they're gonna get a crit. At least like before, you know, they would have to like, you know, hope that they get a crit, and you could somehow like, you know, kind of play around that. But now with like the guaranteed one, when you play with PA, if you win early, then cool, like you get to play the game, right? If you lose early, then you basically have to sit around and try to buy time for your PA so that she can one-shot people. And once she gets to that point, a fair amount of your time, depending on how far behind you are, will be basically watching her blur around, waiting to get picks. And just like trying to kind of play around that. And let me tell you, that
like,
shit's not fun at all.
I don't know, she's like not really like bad in any situation, I feel like. Like if you're behind, she's like one of the best comeback carries. If you're ahead, like she's one of the best snowball carries. She doesn't really have, like she's not bad at the start of the game. She's not bad at the end of the game. She's just like always good.
Mm-hmm. That's another like, you know, core problem I have with modern Dota is that heroes are never allowed to be like bad.
It's just like a little ridiculous. There's no timings for carries anymore. Like even Spectre is just like a fighting hero from level 6.
Game doesn't feel as meticulously designed as it once was.
Carry design right now is probably like
The worst it's ever been.
Like if we like actually like tackled like carry shit a little bit, like the game could start to heal. Because like really, I think they're just the cause of like so many other problems. The games are so fast because carries like just get fast so strong. They're so they get strong so fast. And then we wouldn't have to worry about like the high ground defense thing. It's like we just wouldn't be fighting high ground at like 16 minutes. We would have to buff Roche because like the carries wouldn't be able to kill him like immediately.
Yes, I've said all this. We're like,
it also helps with like some of the ward problems and stuff because like all of a sudden like heroes don't just die in like half a second.
Oh my God, it's too good, but no, it's not good enough at all. Or wait, is it? Maybe.
again, I'd love to be able to sit down with just like a couple of people and be like,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
listen to what I'm saying and do you disagree? And like, if you do disagree, like, help me see what you see. Like, I'm not even like a person who's just like, oh, like, they nerfed my hero, like, blah blah blah, I'm so mad, right? I actually called for Dazzle nerfs. Right?
I would really just like him to get like a new ultimate.
Are those cracks in
I don't know, like I even liked last Dazzle ultimate better than like this one. I mean, it's fine that he has like health costs and stuff, but like now that you don't refresh items, like what do? You heal. And
yeah, I think that they murdered Dazzle. That now that you don't do anything with items and they didn't give him anything in return, it's like, okay, like what? They really want me to just be Grave? Like, bro, that doesn't cut it. You know, Dazzle will forever be compared to Oracle, and like, let's do the comparison real quick.
Oracle, or I don't know how the hell you pick Dazzle over Oracle right now. Oracle is like so broken too.
Oracle has like a 90% uptime disarm.
Disarm that can also be put on your teammates to no consequence, give them 100% magic resistance. In this world where Muerta is probably still going to be picked all the time,
and Spearbreaker got like actually like 0 damage nerfs.
Well, he got like a movement speed nerf, which is like a damage nerf. At least, you know, for his stupid spell. Like, just get rid of the status resistance on that spell, or like give him something else. Like give him like 100% slow resistance or something instead. That like kind of makes sense with the hero, and it's not just like, wow, the hero's invincible. It's more like a, all right, we stun him.
Also, like, heroes like not being allowed to have weaknesses is going so far that we're buffing Rapier so that it does more than just damage.
Yeah, it does spell amp. I don't feel like anyone's gonna buy that for the spell amp. But I don't really know why. Like, I guess it's like, oh, the support picked up a divine, this is worthless. But now it's kind of like, oh, the support picked up a divine, now he does more damage, I guess. It's weird. There's a lot of weird things going on with spell amp where they feel like it's more significant than it is, I think. Do you think 15% spell amp is like equivalent to the like 500 damage divine gives? No hero is that like anywhere close to it. Okay, it's 25%. That's like pretty big. I don't know. Yeah, like think about what like a hero picking up a rapier does that like right clicks. Like Lina can pick up a divine rapier, and she does not give a shit about the spell damage amplification because she's gonna be hitting you for like 2,000 damage a second.
Radiant fortified run structures. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Killing spree. middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse. Where did Radiant's middle tower go?
Lena with a rapier does sound pretty terrifying with this patch.
I mean, it sounded terrifying last patch.
Yeah, but now she also gets spell hand.
Yeah.
We have gone back to burst damage Lena. Somehow burst damage Lena has emerged.
Also, the pros have discovered that Lena's shard is good.
Yeah, it only took him like over.
Only from your limited perspective.
I don't know, I feel like Lena has not really been a bad hero for a while. But like she got hit with some nerfs that made the easiest, most overpowered Lena build not as good, so they stopped picking her. I honestly think it could still work exactly the same. I think you could still just like buy a Maelstrom and do the same shit. What's stopping you from just doing the same thing? I guess like you're just as fragile as before, but like now you're like slightly worse. But also Revenant's Brooch exists now. You can reduce people's magic resistance. You know, become Huerta for a little bit of your mana.
That's not what Revenant's Brooch does.
Isn't it? Which one am I thinking of? That
You're
turn it
thinking of
on
Mage
and
Slayer.
What? Mage Slayer does the magic damage thing?
It makes them take 20 damage per second. But no, actually, you're thinking of the Candy. No. You're thinking of the green one. The green one. The Parasma. The
That's the one
Phasmophobia.
you turn on and it does the thing?
Yes.
No, wherever it's Brooch, you toggle it and it costs 75 mana for per attack and it does magic damage.
Okay, but it doesn't make them take more magic damage, it just...
Okay.
The other one, the Phasmophobia...
We moved the effect around. Used to be on Revenant's Brooch.
No.
Yeah, it was on Revenant's Brooch
No.
last patch.
But you're... No. Stop. Let me explain. Phasmophobia reduces magic resistance now. Revenant's Brooch never did that.
Yeah, it did.
Reduce their magic resistance.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Reduce their magic resistance.
The magic resistance reduction debuff fully pierces both debuff immunity and spell immunity things. That's from 7.34. It says that.
What the fuck are we?
It did do that. That item was more overpowered than you thought. It actually reduced your magic resistance by like 20% for 3 seconds. And I'm not sure if it stacked with itself, but it did that.
Hello.
What the fuck? Hello.
Now that's on the other item.
The Phasmophobia.
Don't call it the Phasmophobia. I don't know its name.
It's Parasma.
I'm not gonna be able to remember that shit. Should have named it something more sensical. Trying to find it in the fucking list, but I don't see it. It's green, right?
Yeah. It's under support.
It's under support.
That's surprising.
It really should be under weapons, because I mean, if you look at, just look at like literally the icons.
It's not on the items page, I don't think, because the wiki hasn't fully updated.